Thank you, John. We have you with us for 5 minutes this afternoon, so I'll hand over to you to begin your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is John Swan. I'm a retired barrister and solicitor, having practiced in Wellington for 50 years. I speak in favour and support of the Treaty Principles Bill. My written submission to the bill included reference to my family and its association with this House through my great-grandfather, who served a term as MP for Napier. He was Mayor of Napier for 16 of the 24 years that he served on the council. I also noted that my father, George, founded the legal firm now known as Dentons Kensington Swan and was a confidant and lobbyist to Prime Ministers Holland and Holyoake. Through these connections, he was able to persuade the then government to purchase Old St Paul's and Mulgrave Street for the benefit of Wellington and the nation. This information is confirmed to the committee as just one example of the contribution made by immigrants and their successors who chose New Zealand as their home, built businesses and families in the certain knowledge that they were members of a parliamentary democracy that created equality before the law and equal opportunity to prosper for the benefit of themselves and their communities. I was reminded of equal opportunity when I found the maiden speech of James Meagher, the chair of the Select Committee, delivered to Parliament on the 6th of December 2023. He said, "Perhaps to some I'm a walking contradiction. You know, a part Maori boy raised in a state house by a single parent on the benefit, now a proud National Party MP in a deeply rural farming electorate in the middle of the South Island. But there is no contradiction. Members opposite do not own Maori. Members opposite do not own the poor. Members opposite do not own the workers. No party and no ideology has a right to claim ownership over anything or anyone." The treaty, signed 184 years ago, was a snapshot in time. There were many reasons why the treaty was signed. They included, firstly, the northern tribes were rightly concerned by the bloody passage of Te Rapraha through the Waikato towards their land. Secondly, the decimation of the Maori population through intertribal genocide, both before and during the aptly named Musket Wars. Thirdly, the influence of missionaries as to the practice of rape, torture, slavery, and cannibalism that pervaded and can be attributed to the intertribal land laws. Finally, the English wanted to formalise and secure the governance and lawfulness of this Pacific territory, as the French, the Dutch, and the United States were seeking the same goal. The Northern Maori tribes were joined by other tribes, seeking an end to the tragedy that could well have seen Maori becoming extinct. Those gathered at Waitangi were invited to consider a deal. Their property rights were to pass to the Crown, who would protect those rights, as no one but the Crown could purchase their land. To enable that protection, signatories to the treaty were to acknowledge the sovereignty of the Crown. This acknowledgement would result in equality of opportunity to all those then resident and to become citizens in the Dominion of New Zealand. The making of a deal does not end subsequent argument as to intent or profit or loss. That has been the case over the years since. There has been fault on both sides and genuine attempts to redress those faults by successive governments. This bill has been introduced to this House by the ACT Party because of a disparate group of Maori that want to rewrite the deal for their particular benefit without just cause. The universal principle of equality before the law is confirmed by this bill to apply to all New Zealand citizens who will respect the past and celebrate the future of the multicultural, multi-ethnic society we have become. This is my submission for this bill to proceed to a second reading by the House of Representatives and then to a referendum of all New Zealanders. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, John. Thank you for your submission. I don't know if you'll continue quoting me if I let you know that I worked for Simpson Grierson. I don't know if that's going to sit well with the folk at Dentons Kensington Swan. Hey, look, we've got a bit of time remaining in the session. I'll go to Kushta Tangai Manuel.
Tēnā koe, John. Thank you for your submission today. You referenced a group of Māori who want to rewrite the treaty. Who are you referring to?
The most obvious candidates are Te Pāti Māori.
Anything further, Kushta? That's probably the time, but that's a pretty direct answer to the question. So Look, thank you for the question. Thank you, John, for your time with us this afternoon. We do appreciate you being with us and taking the time to submit to the plea.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.